Is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the diamond for high school softball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good afternoon from Williamsville. It is regional softball time as the Pittsfield Lady Saukees get ready to take on Auburn this afternoon. Maddie Ingram, Jenny Lee Gambino is also here with me today, keeping me company, taking some nice pictures. We are along the first base side, not the best of views, so if you are watching on our YouTube channel, I do apologize, but the power outlet was kind of tucked away in a position, so extension cords can only go so far. But we'll have the call right here on Eagle 102. We'll break this one down next on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and A Taste of Philly.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show. Sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Some softball action after we had district baseball over the last week and a half, I guess is what we should go with. But it's been a very busy time of year as postseason has rolled around. So let's talk a little bit about how Pittsfield got to this game. So we are actually in the QND regional quarterfinals. That was the opening round that they had, and so they took on Sacred Heart Griffin. They got the victory 18-3, so that's a big one. They knocked off the 8 seed. So now they are situated and ready to play a tough Auburn team, and so we have that game being played this afternoon at 4:30 is our first pitch. So number 9 seed Pittsfield will take on the 2 seed Auburn, and we've seen Pittsfield have a lot of fight in them, and they've had some changes in their lineups, and we'll talk a little bit about their lineup that they've selected to go forward with today. But it's just a team that has found their footing as they've launched into this latter half of their season and into postseason play. They could have the advantage today. They definitely have the offense to do it, so it'd be a good day to knock off a 2 seed. The coaches are meeting at home plate. There is a possibility that we may start just a couple of minutes early, so we will get to our keys to the game next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana.
Our keys to the game this afternoon, it's going to be consistency. You're consistently having an offense that is producing. You got to have the defense and the pitching to come out on the side of victory here. And you're going to have a tough matchup today. Obviously, it is the postseason, so all of those records just start over. You want to see your team advance and move forward, and that starts with pitching and defense. And so if you can play behind your pitcher super well, and I think that Emma Henry is going to give you a good game from the pitcher circle, and you have some backup if need be. You have Friesmeyer, you have Janie Hefner, you have Carly Constable as well, so there's lots of people that can come into this ball game if need be, but we want to start in the circle with Emma Henry and get things figured out for that. So I think that Pittsfield definitely has an advantage here today. Whenever it comes to offense, they're just going to have to play the defense behind their pitcher. And a little bit of a change. Looks like we may be doing either a national anthem or starting lineups of some sort. Both teams are lined up. They are not going to be doing starting lineups. We're hearing from the umpire now. No. There will be no anthem and no lineups. So they did line up and get ready, but they will not be doing the anthem. They will not be doing lineups, but we'll come back with starting lineups next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high-deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
An odd series of events. Both teams lined up down their respective lines. Pittsfield down the first baseline and Auburn down the third baseline. They were all ready to go for the starting lineups in the national anthem. They thought we were doing that. They questioned us. Realized no starting lineups, no national anthem. Teams continued to stand. And now they're just waiting. I'm wondering if they have to wait until 4:30 for the start just because it is playoff time. But anyways, let's go ahead and we will run down the starting lineups. It just won't be going over their PA system. Leading off for the Pittsfield Lady Saukees, it'll be Rebecca Newpower wearing number 12 and playing center field. Wearing number 1 and playing second base, it's Kelsey Friesmeyer. She'll bat second. Followed by Tori Stambo. She'll bat third and play shortstop today wearing number 4, followed by number 22, Taylor Peebles. She'll bat cleanup, play left field. The third baseman, Grace Henry, is in the 5 spot. The 6 spot belongs to Faith Constable. She'll be your catcher today. Emma Henry, the pitcher, wearing number 16 and batting 7th. Batting in the 8 spot, it's Janie Hefner. She'll be at first base today. And Carly Constable will be your designated player to round out the lineup. She'll wear number 11. And then playing right field, it'll be Harley DeCamp. So the lineup for Pittsfield goes Newpower, Friesmeyer, Stambo, Peebles, Henry, Constable, Henry, Hefner, Constable. So a couple of Constables, a couple of Henrys as Auburn gets ready to take the field. We'll go down the lineup for Auburn. It'll be Mina Taylor, followed by Taylor Patterson, Piper Taylor, Addison Wheatley, Shelby Seiler, Maylee Shane, Izzy Carlisle, Sydney Rabideau, and Kendall Conaway. So it'll be Taylor, Patterson, Taylor, Wheatley, Seiler, Shane, Carlisle, Rabideau, and Conaway for the Auburn Trojans as the defense takes the field and pitcher gets ready to go. She's doing some walkthrough warm-ups from the back of the circle and making her way to the pitcher's rubber. We'll go ahead and set the defense for Auburn. Sydney Rabideau is in left field. In center field, it's Kendall Conaway, Izzy Carlisle. In right field, Addison Wheatley. At third base, Shelby Seiler. At shortstop, Taylor Patterson. At second base, Maylee Shane is at first. Behind the plate, Piper Taylor. And in the circle, it is Mina Taylor. So we are ready for softball, as ready as we can be, as Rebecca Newpower takes a look at the catcher's fingernails, compliments them. That's a very friendly game. And now she puts her game face on, gets a check swing, and is ready to step in the box for pitch number 1. As I mentioned, Janie Gambino here with me today. She's going to be taking some pictures of these Pittsfield Lady Saukees and tagging along whenever she can to give the best home run call possible, as strike 1 is taken by Rebecca Newpower low in the zone. Not necessarily enjoying that call, but she looks to make the adjustment, steps back into the box, and is ready for the next pitch. That one misses high in the zone, making the count now 1-1. The next. That one catches a corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Newpower. That one foul tipped, hit off the catcher Taylor's shin guard and heads back to the backstop. So staying alive, it is Newpower. They'll try 1-2 again. The next pitch from Newpower, taken high in the zone to make the count now 2-2. This one chopped on the ground to the first baseman. Picking it up and tagging the bag is Maylee Shane for out number 1. So Newpower goes down and Friesmeyer steps to the plate. So 1 out with Kelsey Friesmeyer taking strike 1. So 0-1 the count. So both batters have started out with a strike, and the next is popped out. to the pitcher. She calls everyone off to record out number 2. So 2 quick outs for the Pittsfield Lady Saukees. And this one is popped high in the air, trailing down that third baseline, and just sneaks over the fence for a foul ball. Hold 1 the count on the batter. That batter is Stambo. And she takes a couple of practice swings with her 0-1 count. Looking to get a 2-out rally started here. Takes an off speed. She looks at that one high in the zone for ball 1. Not necessarily an overpowering pitcher, but around the zone. Nice pitch. Tough one to take. Makes it 2 balls, 1 strike. The next in the dirt to make it 3-1. Started off in the hole. Has found herself back in a 3-1 count. 2 outs, trying to make something happen, find a way on to first base, and she does. A walk is issued to Stambo. So, runner on first base. The batter will be Taylor Peebles. Be her first plate appearance today. She digs in on the right-hand side of the batter's box. Looks for the first pitch from Taylor. First one is in for a strike. Getting a good lead off at first base. And that is a strike on the outside to make it 0-2. But trotting back to first and in safely was Tori Stambo. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Pittsfield Lady Saukees are headed to the bottom of the first. 0-0 is our score on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Getting in her warm-up tosses, that's Emma Henry in the circle today for the Lady Saukees towing the rubber. So let's go ahead and set the defense. And Taylor Peebles is in left field, Rebecca Newpower in center field, and right field it's Harley DeCamp. Third base it's Grace Henry. Tori Stambo is at shortstop. Kelsey Friesmeyer at second base. Janie Hefner over at first base. Faith Constable behind the plate. And in the circle, as we mentioned, it's Emma Henry. So they are all ready to go. And leading things off, it'll be the pitcher. So pitcher versus pitcher action coming early here as Mina Taylor digs into the left-hand side of the box. She backs out and takes ball 1. A lively Auburn dugout. Auburn sporting some cobalt blue tops and a strike taken by Taylor. Cobalt blue tops with some white outlines, white numbers, white lettering, gray pants, white belt, cobalt blue socks. Majority of them are wearing white cleats. That one's in for strike 2. Low and outside. But the umpire has already made it well known that that low pitch is what he'll be calling. Henry going for the strikeout here, off speed. Kind of a waste pitch more than anything. Tried to get her to chase. It didn't happen. 2-2. So Taylor will dig back in. Get ready for the next. This one is lined into right center field. And, oh, it's over the head of Rebecca Newpower. She thought she had it. It just continued to carry. Gets out of her glove, so that's an error. And 2 bags for Mina Taylor. Just got to put the ball in play. Tough read for Newpower as she was trying to find the wall. The ball continued to carry. The wind helped just a little bit. It was over her head. She tried to do a spin around as she was trying to correct. Ball hit in her glove. She jumped, and it popped out. So now that runner at second base for Taylor Patterson. Ball on the inside. Crossed up, Constable behind the plate. Got away from her, but recovered quickly to not advance that runner. The next, this one is hit hard to third base. It's off the glove of Grace Henry. Rolls all the way out to second base. So back-to-back errors, which we talked about at the pregame show. You got to minimize those, especially when it comes to postseason play. Those are 2 easy outs that the Lady Saukees should have had. They're going to have to recover here. Brings Piper Taylor to the plate. Taylor, the catcher, would assume that she and Mina are siblings. Very similar in stature. (1-0) the count on Piper Taylor. The next pitch from Emma Henry. This one is hit in the air. Gonna have to run and crash in. Harley DeCamp makes the catch on the fly while she's running for out number 1. So runners stay at first and second base. First out sometimes is the hardest, and so is the third. That one in between, you can find it normally. Brings Addison Wheatley in. Wheatley looks at ball 1 low and outside. Henry working at a quick pace. Next pitch, got on top of it too much for ball 2. That one shuffles in as it bounced probably about 3 or 4 foot out in front of the plate. Just once again on top of it. It had some velocity, but struggling to get the ball across the plate. Don't know if it's how this is. That ball is fouled off the foot of Addison Wheatley, so she's in some pain. But it looks like her footing isn't necessarily there. The pitcher's rubber, there's no divot out at the pitcher circle, which for some people that becomes an issue. This one is lined hard into left center field. It's going and it's over the wall. A 3-run home run for Addison Wheatley. That found the trees that are directly situated behind the fence. Somebody's going to have to go digging. 3-run blast after a couple of errors. So Auburn now leads 3-0. The bases are clear with 1 out. So going to have to bounce back here. Now batting, it's Shelby Seiler with a 3-0 lead. Ball 1. Seems like velocity is down for Henry today. Over on top of that one, 2-0. A little bit of frustration as she catches the ball. It was thrown back to her from Constable. And in a hitter's count, it'll be Seiler. This one is grounded up the middle. Can't get to it. Stampo had her glove down, but just not down far enough. She was maybe a step out from making a play on that ball. So a single up the middle to restart this rally for Auburn. And Pittsfield wants to talk about it. They are calling in even their outfielders to talk about this. Coach is not happy. Not Coach Hefner, and it's an assistant coach, so not happy about what's going on. We'll take a quick break and come back with softball next on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Loyalty Dogs, Crazy Ladies Garden Center, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
0-2 the count. After that conversation, it seemed that Henry kind of locked in. This one is popped in the air. They're going to have to crash in. Henry makes the grab, looks to get the double play, but not moving was the runner. That was Shane. Or excuse me, Seiler was not moving, but Shane is out at the plate. So 2 outs now with that runner at first base. And Izzy Carlisle steps in. Looking to minimize some damage here. That one is chopped foul for strike 1. Definitely has stepped it up since that conversation. It's all you can ask. The next, swung on, miss, got on top of it, but had some diving action on the backside. That one is low in the dirt for ball 1 in this count, 1-2. Runner Seiler at first base with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout to get out of the inning. We are headed to the top of the second. Pittsfield trails Auburn 3-0 on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Hanel's Service Station, and Lynn's Heritage House.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A Taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top of the second inning, as the Pittsfield Lady Saukees trail 3-0 to Auburn. At the plate, we have Grace Henry. It'll be Henry, Constable, and then Emma Henry. So Grace, Faith, Emma 5, 6, 7 due up at the plate. As ball 1 taken on the inside. One now, as looking at a pitch outside that she kind of threw her hands at, but didn't fully get into. Same spot, this time it's called for a ball. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. This one is lined up the middle, reaching and almost making the grab was Taylor Patterson, but it's a single to lead things off for the Saukees. That's the response you got to have after going down 3 in the top of the first. So it was an error, another error, and then a long, long fly for a home run. That's how Auburn got on the board and have the lead 3-0. Ball at the top of the zone taken by Constable for the 1-0 count. Next pitch, similar spot, more so outside to make it 2-0. Postseason play for the Pittsfield Lady Saukees, looking to get the win today after a big win just last night. Swing and a foul tip, 2-1. They got 18-3 win just last night, so they were granted another day of play, and that other day of play came today. Now 2-2 the count as a foul ball is shoved down that first base line, inches away from being a base hit. Next, a pitch that was called a ball 2 times before that is called for strike 3, so caught looking as Constable. Not much she can do about it. So Emma Henry will come in and try to do her best with the zone. Pittsfield is at their best when they're attacking early. Takes them some time to get into the swing of things, though. They're going to check on the runner at first base after a big swing from Emma Henry, but back in safely was Grace Henry. Good snap throw from the catcher, Piper Taylor. That one is thrown in the dirt, 1-1. With 1 out, runner at first base. Pittsfield trailing 3-0 in the top of the second. Similar pitch to what Constable was called out for, but that makes strike 2. So Henry will dig back in and try to make the best of this one. 1-2 pitch. Fouled back towards us. It'll go over our head and to the very, very nice turf football field that is behind us. I believe was talking with the coach from Williamsville, and their indoor facility has a changeup, skips in the dirt. Taking second base, Grace Henry. The throw goes down from Piper Taylor. Beats her by a step. She opted for the head first dive, and I think if she wouldn't have stuttered, she would have been in there safely. Instead, she's thrown out, and so their only base runner comes off the bag with a 2-2 count and 2 outs now is Emma Henry. That one hits her in the forearm, so she'll take first base. That one spiked to the top of the backstop. Nearly left the field, so you know that had to hurt. So as soon as they lose a base runner, another one is on. That also makes you think, well, what happens with 1 out and runners on first and second? Just a bad read, but got to make the adjustment now. Janie Hefner at the plate, and we've seen her come up big in situations throughout the course of the year. Could come up and at least give her team a run in this situation. Outside, strike 2. Another snap throw over to first base. Umpire calls Emma Henry out this time as she was diving back in. They're going to have to watch it on the base path. So we are headed to the bottom of the second inning after a couple of base running errors. 3-0 is our score on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Cliff and Cara at Show Me Caviar and State Farm in Pittsfield.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
So some base running mishaps for the Pittsfield Lady Saukees. Runs them out of an inning. Can't guarantee you that both calls, they were both close, but to me, looked like they were both out. They were a little bit skeptical of the calls in the Pittsfield dugout, but not much you can do. You got to respond. A lot of game left, but they do trail 3-0. As we were mentioning before the break, the Williamsville School has a state-of-the-art complex here, and very nice softball field, very nice football field. As ball one is thrown out of the hand of Henry. Batter at the plate is Sydney Rabideau. And now strike one. But the indoor facility that they have here is good for infield or indoor track. So they do indoor track and field meets there. I believe he said there's a tennis court that comes down. It looks like a huge rec center more than anything, but it's very, very nice. At first, I thought it was the high school as we pulled up. There is a building next to it that looks more so like a school. That ball on the outside making it 2-2. But either way, very, very nice facility. Big scoreboard here. Nice tall wall in the outfield, making it hard for home runs. This one is fouled out of play. They'll try 2-2 again. It'll be 8-9-1. So Sydney Rabideau at the plate now. Kendall Conway is in the 9 spot. Then we'll be back to the top of the lineup for Mina Taylor. Make it 3-2. Look like a changeup that just floated too high. As Emma Henry heads to the back of the circle. Positions her feet, rocks, and she's ready to go. This one is also fouled out of play, 3-2. The next pitch, high out of the zone. That's a walk. So those free bases came back to haunt the Lady Saukees the first time around. Don't want it to happen again here. They are at the bottom of the lineup. Looks like we have some speed here, but batting from the right-hand side, it's Kendall Conway. She's your center field for Auburn today. That one is in the dirt, gets past the catcher Constable, heads to the backstop, and taking second base is Rabideau. So no need for a bunt here now. As that runner is now in scoring position. Saw some talk of possibly bunting before that. Hands had moved. This one is lined into center field. Going back is New Power. This one is over her head, but somehow she snow cones it to reel it back in. She's having some tough times out there reading that ball off the bat. It really does look like it's not going to go as far as it is, but for some reason that ball is just carrying today. So they do get the out. Any way you can. It doesn't have to be pretty. Beautiful pitch from Henry. It's called for a ball. 1-0. That one taken low. make it 2-0. We're at the top of the lineup with Mina Taylor at the plate. 3-0. Don't want to put her on as the middle of the lineup was the dagger in that first. They were the one who made the Lady Saukees pay. That is in for a strike. 3-1. Harley DeCamp is playing at the wall. So is New Power. And in left field, playing more towards the line, but a little bit more off the wall, is Taylor Peebles. And ball 4 taken by the pitcher, Taylor. Taylor comes out. Got a pinch runner for her coming into the ball game, or a courtesy runner, rather. Looks like it will be Faith Milwee. So Milwee will take over at first base and spotted the pitcher. As the national anthem plays behind us, I believe. Looks like soccer, maybe? Soccer going on behind us. Oh, we have stopped the game. Everybody is standing up for the national anthem. We will take a quick break and come back.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and A Taste of Philly.
So a large cheer erupted. And we are now ready for softball again. 2 balls on the batter. That is Taylor Patterson. This one is ripped to that 5-6 hole. 1 run could score. No. They get it in quickly. That's Taylor Peebles out there. She was crashing in. Was able to field the ball cleanly. Throw the ball into third base. But now bases are loaded. So that now brings Piper Taylor to the plate. She hits this one up the middle, nearly hits the runner at second base. It gets through. 1 run comes across to score, making this game now 4-0. So another RBI for Taylor. Or excuse me, Addison Wheatley has all 3. So Piper Taylor gets in the scoring action. 4-0. Auburn has the lead over Pittsfield. Now that brings the home run hitter Addison Wheatley in. You don't want to give her the pitch you gave her last time. So I'm sure there's some conversation of that. This one is hit hard down the left field line. It's going to get through. 1 run, here it comes. Now the next. Throw is able to hold the runner at second base. Runners at first and second, but 2 more runs come in. Another hit from Addison Wheatley. She has 5 RBIs. So Pittsfield Lady Saukees take it upon themselves to come out and talk to Emma Henry, not the coach necessarily. Six runs have been plated. 3 in the first, 3 so far here in the second. One out with runners on first and second base for Seiler. Seiler, the shortstop. Strike one. That's what you want out of Henry. When she's throwing strikes, she is effective. She's had some trouble finding the zone today, had to move back to more so over the plate, which is where she's gotten in trouble. 1-1. 1 out. 6-0. Pittsfield trails Auburn. This one hit high in the air, finding the green, but foul. Bounced actually over the fence. That's how hard it spiked into the ground. Fence isn't all the way up down that first and or third base line. But 1-2 now, and this one goes up in the zone. Would have been a ball, but swinging anyways. Fly out to right field, was trying to get a sac fly. Instead, just a fly out to right field. Good job by DeCamp to get that ball in quickly to her teammate Grace Henry, who was at third base right through her cutoff's arms. Did exactly what she was supposed to and holds the runners. So now 2 outs. A stop here would mean a lot. Goes upstairs again. This time it's for a ball to start off Shane. That one gets past Constable. It was a wild pitch from Emma Henry. Nowhere near the plate, nowhere near the glove. Fully extended and standing up was Constable. So they'll come back. Runners now at second and third with 2 outs. This one is hit hard into left field, going back over her head. Peebles can't get to it. Both runs will come across to score, and into second base is Maylee Shane. So she gets in on a little bit of scoring. Now 5 runs have been plated in the second. 8-0. Runner at second base. Out of the zone, ball 1. It's Izzy Carlisle at the plate. Carlisle wearing number 21 and playing right field for Auburn. Ball in the dirt, gets past Constable. That one is a pass ball. So now at third base, it's Shane. Threatening to score again with Carlisle at the plate. Emma Henry's got to zero back in and find that strike zone. That's when she's effective. The next pitch in the dirt. Good block, though, by Constable. 3-0 the count. It is a smaller zone, but it has been proven that the bottom of the zone is where strikes are being called. So you got to target it. He is calling corners. Ball 4 tips off Constable's glove. Staying at third base is Shane. Rounding first base, though, is Izzy Carlisle, and you can't do that. The umpire had back turned. If you round first base, you must take second. So she gets away with something there. That one is in the dirt again. Emma Henry nowhere near the zone. It may be time for a pitching change. Saw quite a few kids warm up. You had Janie, you had Kelsey Friesmeyer, you had Carly Constable, all available inside for a strike with runners at the corners. So opting to not take second base is Izzy Carlisle. Reason unknown. And that one is inside for strike 2. A little bit more power behind it from Henry as well. The next pitch, swung on and missed, a big changeup. She gets the strikeout. We are headed to the top of the third. Pittsfield has some digging to do. They trail 8-0 and heading to the top of the third on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
At Central State Bank, you're not just an account. You're a person with hopes, dreams, and family that you work hard to provide for. Which is why at Central State Bank, they work hard to help you with checking and savings accounts, business and personal loans, along with investments. It's because when it comes right down to it, banking isn't simply about money. It's about helping people make their dreams come true. Central State Bank, central to your banking needs with locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
8-9-1 due up for the Pittsfield Lady Saukees, so it is Janie Hefner, Carly Constable, then we're back to the top for Rebecca Newpower. And swinging on that first pitch, it is Janie Hefner. So strike one. Ready to go again is Mina Taylor. She's shaking off her catcher, which, assuming we said they're siblings, so they're able to do so. And whatever she did, she found one she liked, and she threw it in for a strike. So 0-2 now the count. That one high out of the zone. 1-2, good eye by Janie. As she gets back near the front of the box. And late, she swings and misses. It's another strikeout for Mina Taylor. To bring up the 9 spot, Carly Constable. Still kind of halfway giggling at the fact that the national anthem for the soccer game began. And we paused play. And everybody just turned and started facing me because that's where the flag was. And I was like, what's going on? And then I heard the national anthem being played and decided to join in. We didn't have it before this game. There was just a lot of conversation that didn't need to be had. They thought we were doing it. They thought we were announcing starting lineups. Everybody was lined up. They looked our way. That wasn't happening. They finally did get their national anthem. We did the starting lineups right here on Eagle 102, just over a different PA system. 1-2 the count on Carly Constable in her first plate appearance. Auburn has batted around. They've put up 8 runs. Pittsfield, this is still their first time through the lineup. Just getting a bat on that one to stay alive was Constable. So 1-2 the count. Was an out already in the books in the top of the third. Taylor means business. Big curveball there. Gets the strikeout of Constable. That now brings Rebecca Newpower to the plate, so they have turned the lineup over. Time to get something going. Gave up 5 in the bottom of the second. And the bottom of the first, they gave up 3. So that's how Auburn has their 8 runs. That's where scoring has been scattered so far. They've scored both innings, put up an odd number in both to create the even 8. Newpower takes ball 1. Seems like she may be second-guessing herself as she's nearly hit by that one. 2-0. When she goes, the Lady Saukees go. Normally, if she gets on, she comes around to score. So I think the key here is to get Newpower on. Taylor shaking her catcher off. I think it was about 4 or 5 times. So I don't know how many more pitches she truly has, unless she was opting for a different location. Newpower calls time on her own. That one spiked in the dirt, almost hits Newpower again. for ball 3. Mina Taylor throwing to Piper Taylor. Piper Taylor behind the plate. That one almost catches New Power again. She turns the right direction. It's 4 balls, so she gets a walk this at-bat. Finds her way on. Now for Kelsey Friesmeyer with 1 out and a runner at first. That runner at first is New Power. This one is bunted right down the line to the first baseman. And Friesmeyer's tagged out. And then that says the out number 3. So they had the board wrong. We had our board right, but there was a lot of confusion as the ball was being thrown around. So coach thought maybe that they could bunt and move the runner over. New Power was on her way to third base. So they throw over to third base, but they had already recorded out number 3. We are headed to the bottom of the third, 8-0. Auburn leads Pittsfield on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana. And let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Bottom of the third, 8-0 is our score here on Eagle 102. As Pittsfield trails Auburn. Emma Henry still in the circle. She gets strike 1. At the plate, it's 9-1-2. So number 3, Kendall Conway, will lead things off, followed by number 25, Mina Taylor, and then number 4, Taylor Peterson. This one is lined hard to the shortstop. Jumping up to try to make the catch is Tori Stambo. She gets a glove on it, but can't hold on. So they'll lead things off with a runner on. As our scoreboard's going crazy, if you're watching on YouTube, it is 8-0. First pitch to Mina Taylor is high for ball 1. Next pitch. They're throwing down to second base. Off the bag, but the tag was not applied by Tori Stambo. So good throw from Constable. Mina Taylor has stepped out every pitch. And now this pitch gets away from Constable, and taking third base is Kendall Conway. So 3-0. So she's recognizing that these pitches are balls before anything. Even the umpire has called it. She is all the way out of the box, and she does it again. She will take another walk. So she is assisting herself in some ways, but the first time that she gets rung up on a strike, that may change. But either way, she is walked. Runners now at first and third. That pinch runner again. Or courtesy runner, Faith Milwee. That one is fouled hard back to the screen for strike 1. At the plate, it is Taylor Patterson looking to knock in another run for her team as there's no outs with runners at the corners. That ball carries out of the zone. Ball 1 of this count. There was some movement in the temporary bullpen, I guess we should say, for Pittsfield. That one out of the zone. 2-1. This one in the dirt. Gets past Constable, heads to the backstop. Coming across to score is Kendall Conway to make this ball game 9-0. Runner now standing at second base is that courtesy runner, Faith Milwee. So runners are moving. Game is changing. This one is fouled back to the screen. 32. That one is in the dirt. Hits off the umpire's mask. Runner at first base, runner at third base, as taking third was Milwee on that ball that got past the catcher Constable. And it looks like Emma Henry will come out of this ball game. Coming in, it is Carly Constable. So we'll have a pitching change. We'll come back with softball next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Constable still getting her warm-up pitches in. So Emma Henry, I believe, is out of the ball game for now. I'm not 100% sure on where she's going, if she's going anywhere. She did head to the dugout. Looks like infield stayed the same. Outfield stayed the same, so she's just out of this ball game. And it's Carly Constable in the pitcher's circle now. So the base runners will be Henry's. So any runs that Constable gives up, she can give up 2 before they become hers. So 2 more runs possibly charged to Emma Henry. But they're hoping for Carly Constable to come in and be lights out, which is exactly what we want. And then Pittsfield Saukees will go in and they will get their bats going. Got to hope for the best here. But things just haven't gone their way so far. This one is popped high in the air, running over to make the catch. And at the last second, Janie Hefner gets a glove on it. And out number 1 is recorded. Runners will stay at the corners. 9-0 our score as Auburn is leading Pittsfield. And that brings in Addison Wheatley. They are going to intentionally walk her. She has definitely been a powerhouse today. She led off this ball game with a 3-run blast. After that, she added 2 more runs to her team's total in the second inning. So she has 5 RBIs on the day. So they're just going to intentionally walk her. That loads the bases with 1 out for Carly Constable in the pitcher's circle. So that is the run that could be hers if anyone decides they're going to cross. Runners at second and third will be charged to Henry. This one is ripped to right field. One run comes across to score and make it on a rundown at third base. Tag is just a little late. So now we'll go bases loaded again with that single to right field. That was just belted. Split the gap between first and second base to make this game now 10-0. And Maylee Shane steps in to the batter's box. Auburn has just been aggressive at the plate and on the base path. Block from Constable behind the plate. It does run down that third base line, but she's able to recover, not giving enough time for Taylor Patterson to make her way up the line. This one hit hard, but foul. Back towards some cars. The Williamsville Lady Bullets are sitting behind us, watching their possible competition here. Always nice to host some postseason play. You get to see everyone play and prepare for your game. That ball is low inside, 2-1. Maddie Ingram, Jenny Lee Gambino in with you this afternoon. As Jenny's out taking pictures. This one skips over the foot of Maylee Shane, heads to the backstop. Faith Constable tosses it to Carly Constable. Carly Constable can't get a glove on it. One run does score to make it 11-0. So that opens up a base. So those 2 runs charged to Henry. And that one is hit out of play. 3-2. So pitching to contact is Constable. That ball is in the dirt and taken as ball 4. So another walk. If Auburn, so this is the winning run at the plate. If Auburn hits 15 runs this inning, this ball game is over, as they are the home team. Just one out and the bases are loaded. At the plate, it's Izzy Carlisle. This one is grounded hard back to Carly Constable. She gets the one hopper, throws it home, gets the out there, and they turn a double play. So Carly did her work. 11-0 is our score. We are headed to the top of the 4th on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Loyalty Dogs, Crazy Ladies Garden Center, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Pittsfield has had a tough go of it when it comes to pitching and defense today, and we mentioned in our pregame show that would be our keys to the game. But they have an offense that has kept them in ball games all year long. They never quit fighting, so we can't expect them to quit today. Even though the score is 11-0, they have some fight in them. At a good part of their lineup, it'll be Tori Stambo, Taylor Peebles, and then Grace Henry. If anybody gets on, it'll be Constable, as that one is taken low for ball 1. Mina Taylor has been efficient from the circle today. Sun is shining brightly onto this left side of the field. Typically, when we talk about the sun shining into the eyes of players, it's always on that right side of the field. So second base, first base, right field, they usually have some tough times with the sun, but here it's left, as that one is fouled back to the screen, making it now 2-1. If you're just joining us, we are situated down this first baseline. Not necessarily a fantastic angle, but you can always listen right here. Eagle 102 will have the call and bring you as close to reality as possible. 3-1 the count. Big swing there to make it 3-2. Ball had quite a bit of dive to it. Maybe a little bit of an off-speed pitch. Seen something more powerful out of Mina Taylor's hands. This one is punched into right field. It's going to drop in for a single. That's a big hit there. That ball gets past the second baseman. They're going to check on the runner at first base. She's going to have to stand up. Is she going to take second? No, she's not. They decided to check on the runner at first base. That was a forced throw from the pitcher, Taylor. Hits off the first baseman, Maylee Shane's glove. Stambo stood up. Thought about second base, but opted, well, we'll just stay here. As a base runner is important. Don't want to get caught in the base path again, as they already have today. And strike one taken by the batter, Taylor Peebles. How about strike two as she fouls that one? Back to the metal fencing. Some encouragement from Coach Hefner. Wanted that one, was all the way out on her front foot. Does not swing. A good off-speed pitch from Mina Taylor. Taylor, a lefty. Don't know if we've pointed that out already today. This one is popped in the air. Shortstop wants it. Shortstop backpedaling. Catches it for out number one. And that brings Grace Henry to the plate, batting from the right-hand side. Looking to get something going, and off the bag at Stambo, and Coach Hefner tells her to run back, but she gets into a rundown instead. They're going to run her down. She is tossed out at second base. About 5 throws. She was able to crisscross a few times, dodge a tag or two, but ultimately out on the bases again. Every base runner that they have had has had issues on the base path. I think they've stranded maybe one runner. Everybody else has ran their way out of an inning. This one is popped in the air, dropping in between center field. No! It's caught by the center fielder. That's Kendall Conway. Was in that no man's land and coming in out of nowhere, and at the last second sticks her glove out to make the catch for out number 3. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. 11-0. Auburn leads Pittsfield on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Hanel's Service Station, and Lynn's Heritage House.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
This will be the first full inning of work for Carly Constable as Pittsfield trails 11-0. You can't let 4 runs cross the plate here. That would be the end to this ball game. You want to hold them. You want to get back in. try to get your offense going. Try to stay on the base path. That's just been troublesome for them today. As Constable gets her final warm-up pitch. Throw goes down. And stepping into the batter's box. We're near the bottom of the lineup, but I want to make sure there are no changes as this is a game that has gotten a little bit out of hand. Nope, they've got the same batter there. That'll be Sydney Rabideau, the left fielder. So she'll get things started. It'll be 8-9-1. She jumps out of the way for ball one. One-oh pitch, high outside. Next, that one does catch a corner right above the ankles, but we have talked about that strike zone today being on that lower half. Wilcox corners. That one high outside, ball two. Or excuse me, that's 3-1. Must have snuck another call in there. And ball four. Every inning, the leadoff person has reached base, which has been troublesome. 3 runs in the first. It was a 3-run blast by Addison Wheatley. Addison Wheatley added to the number of RBI she has as this one is popped into left field. Looks like she's under it. Ooh, starts to go backwards, and backpedaling was Taylor Peebles. She does make the grab. That is out number 1. But she kind of had that sigh of relief. But it was Addison Wheatley who added 2 more RBIs, and then the Auburn Lady Trojans were able to add another 3, so it was 5 runs in the second, so 8-0 out of that second inning, and then they added on another 3 to make it 11-0. So we have a runner at first base with 1 out. At the plate, we're back to the top of the lineup for Mina Taylor. I believe this is her 4th at-bat today. 1-1, and she backs out of the box. Let's take another pitch. She bats from the left-hand side, pitches lefty as well. This one is hit hard, high in the air, running in to make the catch, and it drops right at the foul pole. So it's in there fair. Mina Taylor standing up at second base, getting a late jump was Sydney Rabideau. So she stands at third. She didn't know if it was going to be caught. It was DeCamp who ran in and at an angle to try to make that catch. I mean, it was right on that line. Could have went either way. They do call it fair. So now runners in scoring position with just 1 out. Brings in Taylor Patterson. Patterson sees ball 1. Be her second time facing Constable. The next, inside, strike 1. Found the sweet spot there as Carly is trying to help her team get out of this inning. The next, swung on, missed, fouled back to the screen. Way out in front of it. Now 1-2. That one is low. Keeping the ball in front of her was Constable. 2-2. Ball 3. That one goes way upstairs. So went from down low to up high. They've got to find the middle. Ball 4, and it gets away. They opt not to take home plate as that ball hit off the styrofoam. I don't really know. It was a foam backboard that they have back there, and it runs all the way down that first and third base line. So hits off of that, bounces hard down the first base line, but now bases loaded. Ball 1 taken low. Piper Taylor at the plate. You don't want to get to this next one. It's Addison Wheatley. Strike. Finding the zone was Constable. Dig back in. Ooh, just missing. To make it ball 2, 2-1. Nowhere to put her, so Constable's going to have to groove one over the plate. Get her to chase something. Pitch to contact, and she finds the strike zone for strike 2. Two, bases loaded, 1 out, 11-0 our score. Woo! Bolzer off speed, high and outside. A strikeout for Carly Constable. So less threatening now with 2 outs, but unfortunately it's Addison Wheatley. And Wheatley, she is a threat. She has done damage today. She seems locked in at the plate, and she digs in, looks for something to hit. She does find one. Going back towards the wall, it's New Power, and it's a grand slam. She had no more room, fell backwards into the fence. She had a 3-run home run and a grand slam. So they walk this ball game off. It's 15-0. Auburn gets the win over Pittsfield. We'll break this one down next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athletes. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
15-0. Pittsfield falls to Auburn. Tough loss for the Lady Saukees, to say the least. Addison Wheatley of Auburn, 9 RBIs. She walked this game off with a grand slam. She led things off with a 3-run home run. She had a line drive to left field down the line to knock in another 2 runs. That's where all of her RBIs come from today. That's hard to beat. I mean, when you can't even get a run on the board and someone else puts up 9 RBIs themselves, that is tough to beat. So Addison Wheatley was kind of that it factor when it came to Auburn. They had some good defense, and the Lady Saukees just got caught up on the base path, and you can't really do much when you get a runner on, and then as soon as you get them on, they're gone. So they definitely struggled here today to capitalize when they needed to. Their offense wasn't going. Their pitching wasn't going. They faced a tough offense in Auburn, and so it just wasn't the day for the Lady Saukees. They had a fun season to watch. They have some talent, quite a bit of talent coming back next season, but they were a very fun team to watch, and they had quite a bit of fight in them. We'll wrap this one up next in our post-game show on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Cliff and Cara at Show Me Caviar and State Farm in Pittsfield.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a Taste of Philly.
15-0. It was the Pittsfield Lady Saukees falling to Auburn. And just a tough game for the Lady Saukees today. And so we look forward to seeing what they do next year. They have a lot of talent that will be returning. They have some upperclassmen that will move on to college, to the workforce, whatever they've got going on. But we wish everyone the best, and hopefully they have a good season or a good off season, how about that, of growing and learning softball a little bit better and just getting to be better on the field. And so we know that they are going to take every opportunity they can, because I think about every one of these kids play travel ball. So good season for the Pittsfield Lady Saukees. We'll continue with coverage from the postseason for baseball and softball. We have one team in Missouri that is in our Missouri coverage region that is still alive. That will be the Ellsbury Indians, and so they are playing for a district championship. They'll be taking on Deshin tomorrow night. So we will keep you updated. As always, you can always check our scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. From Maddie, from Jenny Lee, good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. You're listening to KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1 on your dial, all day, every day. Eagle 102 KJFM Radio.